There is one thing that never changes about a politician. Indeed, it never changes about anybody. And this is, of course, the true character of that politician. The character of a man that never changes. For my students of life on this channel, the character of a woman changes. A man, the man she marries, changes the character of a woman. Yeah, and this can either be positive or negative. But that is a story for another day, another video. Because today, it is all about politics. Yeah, and we're going to go very deep so that we fully understand what is unfolding on the political scene currently. And so that we end arguments, that make no sense politically, when you understand. And to fully understand, we shall dive deep into the true character of the main players, the movers and the shakers. And I'm going to do this without fear or favor. Now, before we dive into the current political situation in Kenya, let me give you an example from the Kibaki presidency, so that we fully understand what we're doing here. Long before Emilio Stanley Kibaki was elected the third president of Kenya, indeed a man who still holds the distinction, and will forever hold it, of being the first Kenyan president to be elected by popular vote. Because you will recall that Jomo Kenyatta, Kenya's first president, ended up as president through a parliamentary system. Nobody was voting directly for a prime minister or a president. Long before Kibaki was elected, he had a character which all analysts ignored. I ignored the character of Kibaki as he was sworn into the presidency. And we started analyzing our own things, completely ignoring the character of a man and focusing on a new start for the country called Kenya, a new era for the country called Kenya. Well, you can guess what happened. Tulijua hatukuwa najua. Now, political analysts always referred to Mwai Kibaki as the fence sitter, the man who did not like to make a decision, or to put it in the humorous way, one analyst put it, the politician who never saw a fence he did not want to sit on. And this assessment of the character of Mwai Kibaki was almost accurate. Very close, but it did not hit the bullseye. Actually, Mwai Kibaki abhors, hates, avoids conflict. Let me illustrate this further. Imagine you're the chief executive officer of a company. And this company is in fact a family business. And the prudent business decision for you to make, for the survival and betterment of your family business, is to immediately fire your marketing director, who happens to be your cousin. On paper, it is really a very simple decision. You don't even have to meet him. You just write a memo, instruct your secretary, and the man will be gone in minutes. But you're the kind of man who fears, avoids conflict. Yeah. And so you promptly sit on the fence. Yeah. You can't face your auntie after you fire your cousin. You know she will be very angry at you. You can predict a confrontation. And you want to avoid this at all costs. So what do? You sit on the fence. You bring in marketing consultants, to boost your marketing department. That costs extra money for the company. You change the way you've been doing things in the past. All decisions by the marketing director must get your signature. Especially where funds are involved. You're already busy. You have given yourself some extra oversight work. Well, you should be focusing on other things that will be more productive for the company in the short term and indeed in the midterm. And you notice the marketing consultants have a problem. Your cousin, the marketing director, is getting in their way. He is blocking their best ideas, delaying them. And so, you persuade your cousin to go on holiday, fully paid by the company, to recharge his batteries, so that hopefully when he comes back, he will be in sync with these marketing experts you've brought on board. Or at least, you will have seen some of the fruits of these marketing experts. Because a month, you think, is long enough for them to make an impact. Now, just analyze that. How much money have you spent just because you can't make a decision? Marketing consultants are not cheap. Holidays are not cheap. And your company can't afford them. Your time is invaluable. Even putting a cash value on it is very difficult. Because when you lose money, you can recover it. But when you lose time, you can never recover it. So you've even lost time, by getting this extra oversight work, second guessing your marketing department. Bottom line, your company is worse off because you have spent a fortune just because you want to avoid conflict, just because you don't want to make a decision. It would have been a lot cheaper and a lot better for your company if you had made that decision. You fire your marketing director, and face the consequences like a man. But end up with a better, prosperous business. Now, I hope I've illustrated how damaging it can be to any organization, even to any country, when they end up with a leader who cannot make decisions. A fence sitter. I think this is the best explanation of why Mwai Kibaki, the best president we have had so far, best performing president, was an underachiever. He achieved a fraction of what he would have probably achieved. Bottom line, people who can't make decisions, people who fear conflict, should never be elected president of any country. Because politics is constant confrontation. Now, very quickly, let's come to the current situation in our politics. And I want to give you a heads up. Prepare yourself for the shock of your life. Now, since the handshake, the main mover and shaker of Kenyan politics is a man called Raila Odinga. Raila replaced William Ruto, Dr. William Ruto, as the president's chief advisor and chief implementations person. And the character of Raila is not as difficult to read as some may think. Raila is a populist. He has always been all about pleasing the masses. Pleasing the masses and using and betraying the political class in the process. And the examples to prove this are endless. In 2002, Raila got the backing and support of the political class to form a formidable coalition against Moi, aimed at removing KANU from power, once and for all. And with the Rainbow Coalition firmly in place and on course, all they had to do was to choose a presidential flag bearer. And a legal document was drafted, a contract, of how precisely this was going to be done. But at the 11th hour, Raila betrayed the political class with the words, Kibaki Tosha, at Uhuru Park, knowing very well that the popular backing, popular support from the masses that he was guaranteed after uttering such a statement, would frustrate the political class. There was nowhere they were going to take him after this betrayal in daylight. Fast forward to the present. Everybody now acknowledges that Raila and his brother President Uhuru have a plan. And whatever plan that is, it is more than top secret. And why is it top secret? It is top secret because that kind of plan would never be supported by the political class. But it is very popular. It would be very popular with the masses. But in order to implement that plan, Raila needs the support, the backing of the political class. And so it is very predictable what is going to happen. The day this plan ceases to be top secret and everybody sees it, or at the very least, the political class see it, that is the day Raila will betray once again the political class and go with the masses. And since this thing will be very popular with the masses, the political class betrayed by Raila will only have two options. Either to fight back at the betrayal, or number two, to go with Raila and to ride on the popularity of the masses towards this thing that is top secret. Bottom line, you can talk about the status of the handshake until the cows come home. You can talk about who met who at night in a meeting that lasted hours. You can talk about that until the cows come home. But ultimately, the character of one Raila Odinga tells us this is precisely how this game, this episode, is going to end, with a betrayal of the political class and a victory for the masses of Kenya. And of course, in the process, more influence and more power for Raila Odinga. That is the character of the man. That is the way he plays his politics. And he has been so consistent, in how he plays his politics. Let me just give you one more example before I go. Raila Odinga abandoned the opposition and merged his NDP with KANU, in the late 90s. And he instantly became a darling of the political class then. Raila even became Secretary General of the new KANU, which had been formed after KANU swallowed Raila's party, NDP. This gave Raila access to the political class and influence also. Unpredictably, at the 11th hour, Raila walked out with substantial numbers of this political class and brought down mighty Kanu in the process, in the general elections that followed. The shocker is get ready for that big betrayal. And it is something that will be very popular with the masses, the people of Kenya. Now, if you've liked this video, please remember to give me a like and subscribe if you're not yet a subscriber. And thanks very much in advance for doing both. Until next time, this is Kshs. Kumekucha.